All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory to Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi, Ba'Hashem Harakakwadash. And of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone. Salutations to all you sincere Akim that are preaching this word in all truth and sincerity. This is just going to be a quick one, all right, to the point. And, it's pretty much an exhortation. It is exhortation for brothers to just continue, all right, continue preaching the word, continuing to believe that Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi is going to keep the promise that he made to our forefathers, okay? And the way Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi is going to keep that promise that he made to our forefathers in you or towards you is by you remaining faithful and believing. All right. So this is Jeremiah 46 and 27. But fear not thou, O my servant Jacob. It says, fear not thou, O my servant Jacob. Okay, we are the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that believe and are serving Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi to the best of our ability. Okay, therefore we have nothing to fear. Okay, we must continue in the faith. Now, 2/3 of our people, they have everything to fear. Okay, because they're not serving Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi with fear and trembling. All right, the other nations, Esau, the so-called white man, they're going to be proud until the Lord returns and puts a foot up their ass, man. Okay, until the angels and Yahawashi return and bring pure judgment upon this place, man. But we are not going to be ashamed. Okay, because Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi is going to keep that promise. Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi are men that cannot lie. Okay, so, but fear not thou, O my servant Jacob, and be not dismayed. You see, don't start second guessing, man. Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi is real, and Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi are men that cannot lie. Okay, O Israel, for behold, I will save thee from afar off. Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi is going to save 1/3 of you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans here in Babylon the Great, here in America. But then as judgment is taking place throughout the four corners of the earth, all right, these other nations microchipping their people, okay, attempting the 1/3, the elect that are scattered amongst these other nations. Okay, Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi is going to save us, man, wherever you Israelites are. Okay, now, of course, it's for the elect. It's for 1/3. It's for those that believe. Okay, it says, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. Okay, now we were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, as it tells you in, what is that, Baruch? We are yet this day in our captivity, where Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi had scattered us. Okay, so wherever there's Israelites, wherever you Israelites are, you're in captivity. All right, even if you're a Israelite that's in a country that's predominantly Israelites, like Mexico, if you're a so-called Mexican, you're still in captivity, man. Because look at who's governing Mexico. It's a so-called Jew. Okay, and the scriptures say in Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. The whole planet is under Edomite reign. Okay, no matter whose face is on your money, no matter who's up there dictating shit for Esau, man. But Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi promised that he's going to save us and save our children. Now there's brothers out there that got children. Okay, and you might start to not necessarily doubt, but fear for your kids, man, for your children, I should say. Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi promises, man. Okay, that he's gonna save us in our seed. It says, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return and be in rest and at ease, and none shall make him afraid. You see, we're going to return where? To our land, man, which is Israel, the land of, I was going to say Jerusalem. Jerusalem's the headquarters. Okay. That's the capital. All right. But then the whole land of Israel. Okay. And we're not just going to dwell in the land of Israel. All right. We're going to have the fatness of the earth, the best parts of the planet, and then other planets. But Israel, the land, all right, is the pinnacle of our kingdom, man. Okay, that's where Yahawashi's actual, kingdom is going to be. All right, his actual castle, if you will. Okay, that's where the temple's going to be. All right, well, we're going to come every year to keep the Passover. Okay, so verse 28, fear thou not, O Jacob, my servant, saith Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi, for I am with thee, for I will make a full end of all the nations whither I have driven thee. So Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi is about to judge these fucking heathen, man. Starting with Esau, the so-called white man, then the natural heathen, and then 2/3 of our people, which are conducting themselves in heathenistic or heathen-like manner. Okay, Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi is about to judge America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, World War III is really about to kick off. Trump just did an airstrike in Syria. Okay, so it's getting hot out there in the Middle East, man. Once again. All right, Adawan Ratazah 2026 is the year in which Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi destroys America. All right, Babylon the Great, which 2026 is going to be America's 250th anniversary. All right, 1776 to 2026, that's 250 years, man. Okay, so Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi said, for I will make a full end of all the nations whither I have driven thee. Once again, we were driven amongst all nations. We are in captivity under all nations. It says, but I will not make a full end of thee, but correct thee in measure, yet will I not leave thee wholly unpunished. So Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi is correcting us in measure. All right, the elect, the 1/3 is being corrected. And no, we're not going wholly unpunished. Okay, being in this captivity as of right now, that's a part of our punishment. Catching hell and being under these nations, all right, under the curses, we are fulfilling and finishing off that prison sentence, man. Okay, but real soon, Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi is going to free up the elect in 1/3 and give us spiritual powers, new bodies, give us an eternal kingdom. Allow us to become joined heirs with Yahawashi, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. So fear not. Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi is going to keep true to his word and save us. Now we just must continue in the faith. With that, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi, Ba'Hashem Arakah Kodash. And of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone. And a salutation to all you few, believers out there, man, because there's a few of us. Okay, 1/3 compared to the whole nation is a small number. All right, till next time, Shalom.